It's 180 degrees difference, and it's because the people in this room have made a huge difference in Miller County and in the Eldon community. I mean, it's transformational, and we use this community, specifically the school district and what Matt Davis has done, as a model in many other places. And as you know, Governor Parson even featured one of your students in his State of the State address, Matt was nice enough to bring him by and for me to get to meet, and it was fantastic. I was going to talk about workforce development, but that's already been done here. But students did a great job, as they do every year at this debate. I just want to add real quickly on the Quaker project. I know Laurie Helscher's here from Ameren, but one of the things there were lots of pieces that got that project to come together in Miller County, and our office was lucky enough to play a small role in working through those issues. Quaker people are great friends of mine. They've been in Osage County for generations, as you know. But one of the things I would say, a tool that Lori was able to use with Ameren really would not have been possible if we had not passed a utility act last year. And you need to know that the man who has led the charge on that for you for years is Representative Rocky Miller. Rocky has done a great job of bringing economic development friendly legislation, even though sometimes it's not always exciting and fun. He stayed after that, and he is the leader on that issue, and I know it enabled Ameren to utilize a tool in their toolbox that helped be one of the final linchpins to get Quaker here. So Rocky Miller, thank you for doing that. It's also always great to be with my favorite state representative, David Wood. I'm unabashed saying that in front of other state representatives. They all know I have a favorite, and that's because he's the education guy, and I'm not. And so anytime I had a question, David has done a great job representing you, and he and Cheryl both become very good friends. We're happy to be with him tonight. Rudy Veed, it's funny, he is your new state rep, so he took Mike Bernsketter's spot. And for years after redistricting, I would come to Miller County, and Miller Countyans would tell him, don't forget, Miller County's a part of that district. And I just kind of laughed. Well, Rudy's heard it about 15 times this morning already. And so Rudy, welcome to Miller County. He'll do a great job for you, and I've known Rudy for years and years and years as well. It's a humbling honor to be here in front of you in the position I'm in, because like I said, we were ready, my wife and I were ready to go back in the private business sector, spend a little more time on the farm until Governor Parson called and asked me to join him in this journey. And I will tell you, I tell my wife, she was the luckiest phone call I ever got when I got my blind date with her, and Governor Parsons was the most humbling. He is a great guy who has Missouri in his heart. What you see is what you get. There is no off-camera to Mike Parson. He's the same on the farm as he is in the governor's office, as he would be standing here today. It's the same person all the time. And his vision and love for Missouri is incredible, and it's solid. First Lady Teresa Parson, they have opened up that governor's mansion. We've been in Cole County for 30 years. I've never seen that mansion so accessible to just about anybody who wants to see the history and the magnitude of the People's House, as they call it. They are doing fantastic things. His initiative on workforce development and infrastructure needs is something that Missouri really, really needs badly, as you can see from the kids talking. You know, the Quaker project could have landed in another state. I mean, that is not like, that is 100% something that may have happened. But your community, along with other partners, came together, showed them that you could build the workforce, showed that your educational institution could be involved, and that's just a model of what we need to do across the state in our workforce development needs. And infrastructure, you know, Governor Parson has several initiatives out there with matching funds, a bonding program. The House maybe has a different idea about how to fund infrastructure. The Senate might have another idea. The good news is everybody's talking about how to fund infrastructure, and that's, at the end of the day, no matter whose idea makes it across the finish line, and as you know, I'm very passionate about this issue. It's just great to be able to see an idea, get somewhere. So we'll continue to work on that this year. Other than that, in the Lieutenant Governor's office, besides helping Governor Parson presiding over the Senate, also we oversee 3 really vital programs. I'll just go very quickly. We have a role in many of the veterans issues through our Veterans Commission that happen around the state. We have 7 veterans homes, over 30 veteran service officers, several veteran cemeteries. The Veterans Commission and department now is led by a lady named Grace Link, who is a rock star doing a great job taking care of our heroes all across the state. We get very involved in those, visiting the homes and listening to those issues. We also play a key role in tourism, and this area, as much as any, especially with Miller and Morgan County being two of the three counties for the Lake of the Ozarks, tourism is a vital piece of our industry. Agriculture is number one. I think everybody knows that, about a $70 billion annual impact to our state's economy. But tourism is number two, about $17 billion impact to our state's economy. We just got the numbers from last year. Over 42 million visitors and over 301,000 Missourians are directly employed because of our tourism industry. So that's a huge industry. We get involved in a lot of the tourism issues. And then last but not least, Buy Missouri. Governor Parsons started that. He's asked me to take that over. I was passionate about it in the Senate when he had it as Lieutenant Governor. I'm happy to take that handoff from him. By the way, Quaker is one of our first Buy Missouri companies. We have 225 Buy Missouri companies now in 71 of our 114 counties. So the program's really growing. I would encourage you to go to buymissouri.net before you buy anything. You'll be surprised what's made in Missouri, and there might be something there that catches your attention, and you can make a choice supporting your friends and neighbors that may work for these companies before you buy from somebody outside of Missouri. So we love that program. Last but not least, everybody asks me, especially in Eldon, are you still cooking pancakes? Well, of course we're going to cook pancakes. And so we are going to have a statewide flapjack tour this year where we're going to feature many of our state parks. We're going to feature many of our tourism sites, many of our historic sites. We're actually going to go and cook at veterans' homes. We're going to combine all the things I just talked about into kind of what is our signature trademark to get out and meet people and just listen to Missourians across the state. It will be 5 months long, 3 days a week, every week. So we look forward to being out. And where's Gateway? They're here somewhere. So yes, we have to go back to Gateway, one of our original flapjack stops, and cook for those folks. But it's really an honor to be able to serve as your Lieutenant Governor. It's something, many of you know my background, where I came from in North City, St. Louis. All I can tell you, only in this country does somebody like me go from there to where we are. And it's incredibly humbling. My wife is, I tell everybody about our kids, as many of you know, we have 4 kids. God gave us the miracle of 4 births, four nice kids. But he gave us a better miracle when the 4th one moved out of the house. And so Claudia's had some time to go around the state with me, many who wasn't able to do before when I was here as a senator because of those kids and her fulfillment as a mother, which she does a great job. But she's traveling a lot with First Lady Teresa and traveling with me, so I'm sure you're going to get to see her more. You'll meet the boss, and you'll know why we all listen to her, right, David? David and Rocky and Rudy all know her, so but she's mean and scary. We will be out and about and visiting with you guys, and I just can't tell you how grateful I am to the people in this community. What a difference you've made in the lives of many people in your community by going from, like I said, 8 or so years ago, thinking we're in the doom and gloom mode to where you've come to today is just fantastic, and it's all because you guys cooperate with each other, you focus on a goal, and you achieve that goal. So thank you very much. It's humbling to serve you, and God bless.